Look where we are. We're finally on Thornton Manor and we're about to fit our doors. So welcome back to Preferred Joinery. Today's episode is going to be amazing because we are finally on Thornton Manor, fitting out the doors that you've seen us making inside the factory. So Dave, the fitter, has been well underway fitting them out. A little bit tricky than what we thought, but we'll talk about that later in the video. But you know, look where we are, the scene. The weather's not really on our side today, but still, the building itself is amazing. Anyone who knows Thornton Manor and the history behind it will know how good this building is. It's a massive wedding venue where people obviously come and get married. And this is the first time I've actually been here myself, and it's amazing, by the way. It actually went on fire a couple of years ago, which is a bit unfortunate, but the actual grounds and even looking out on the setting, it's amazing. Look at that for an instance there. How good is that? But in today's episode, we're going to be back in the factory showing what's going on as well. We'll have a little chat with the lads. We'll get Mark back on the camera, I think, because Mark enjoyed it last time. So we'll get him back on, talk about a bit of sales. And I might start making that a bit more of a thing as we go on, talking about that side of things. We haven't really brought the office side of the work to the channel much, really. So now we're in a new office, we'll be able to sort of do it. But today, as I say, I'm excited to show you around in here because it's amazing, the features in that. And this is what Preferred Joinery is all about. It's all about doing projects like this on old traditional buildings with all the characteristics that it's got. Preferred Joinery has been built around doing stuff like this, and this is what we love to do. It's what the lads love to make, and now we like to film it because it's good content. So let's go in and see a little bit, and then we'll probably go back to the factory and then I'll show you a bit more. So we're going to find Dave now. I'm just getting a little video of that. Just look at that for the door there, a photo of that. Amazing, man. I love a job like that to come on for Preferred. I need to try and replicate that, that's it. So yeah, going through into the courtyard, you can see on the top there where it's still got the viscreen where it went on fire, unfortunately. But the building is amazing, isn't it? Look at that. So we're going to try and find Dave and see how he's getting on. But as I say, there's a little bit of a story of how we've had to do certain things on the job, a little bit trickier than what we all anticipated, but nothing that we can't overcome. But as I say, whilst I'm going to find Dave, I'm going to go back to the factory now and just double check on the lads there and show you that. Let's go and see then how we're getting on in the factory. The nice big door and frame is now put together, all being hung by Richie on his bench, and now Craig is just getting it all primed up and ready to roll. So you can see the height of that door and how big it is. Lovely detail into the frame. And our man Craig, you shave your head now? What? Is it still there? Have you dyed it as well? No. So he's even skinned Ned's hair now, all the way down the side. So yeah, Craig's just finishing off doing the door, a bit of primer, getting it ready. Oh, it's So Craig's just working through now, priming it up, and then we'll start getting all the furniture on, and then obviously we'll be fitting this out. But again, a nice door and frame, boxed off by us, and the detail on that there and how nice it is. It's a good, lovely job by Greg there. And talking about doors, the door that you've seen Greg about to start last week is well under the way now. So this frame is all nicely done, all sanded down. Last little bit of prep. The door is made up on the floor. You've just got the detail panel to do still, which he's going to plant on separate for this bottom piece here. It's all glued up and dried, and he's just waiting to cut it back now and clean this up as well. And then this will be getting ready to hung then. So another 2 doors flew through the factory there by Mr. Greg, and I don't know whether Richard or Greg's going to hang this. We'll see what else is coming through in a sec. But you know, another lovely door and frame there by Greg. So the factory's getting quite clear now, working through that workload. A couple of weeks back you would have seen there was loads going on in the factory, loads of work sitting here, which is not good because you need to get it out to get it invoiced. But most of it's all gone out now and getting out of supply to the customer or getting fitted by Dave. We've still got that big massive window order behind, which is like the 20 odd sash windows. We're waiting for the fitting date now because the customer themselves are behind with their builder on the job. So therefore we're now storing it, which is a bit of a nightmare for us because it ties up our space that we need to use to get goods in and out. So hopefully we should have a fitting date confirmed with them because we're doing the fit. Once their builder gets a little bit further on with certain things, we can then get out of sight, get them fitted, because they should be already in now and done. We should be boxed on that job, but we're not. Speaking of that job, the frame you see behind here and there, the glass is now coming, so that is also for that job. And Richie is about to get set up on his bench and get these on. So he's going to get them on there, get the glass out the box and start glazing it and getting them all finished off ready. Because they're two big lovely sashes, them lovely windows. So also the job that you've seen Devo machining out, and we spoke about this a few times with the big thick profile on it, that's getting sorted now. Danny is now working his way through these, sanding off the last little bits of filler, getting them all prepped and ready so we can start getting them glazed up. So that's another nice big order going through there. Lovely one this, now hopefully ready to showcase this once it's done. And a couple of people mentioned in the comments on the last video about the gates that we've seen here, which were big lovely gates. We haven't seen gates like that for a while in the factory, to be fair, and they were nice. They've now been fitted as well by Dave, and I think not this episode, next episode, because obviously we're going to Thornton Manor today, and this episode's more about that. Next one, we'll go and show you that they're all fitted and done, and I drove past there the other day myself, just to have a little look, because it's not far from where I live, and they are good, decent, and the house is decent anyway, but we'll show you them all fitted and installed. And it's on not a busy road, but it's a road that most people from Liverpool will know, and may do a little shortcut down here and see it without giving too much away. But as I say, that is also on a nice road as well, which we'll be able to showcase once it's all boxed. But today's video is more about the Thornton Manor job, and as you've seen us building it now through the factory from the very beginning right the way through. That's why we want to get out there today and see Dave, because he's been on there for a couple of days now, getting it to the point that we're at now, and the weather's not too great, but it's okay enough for us to get there and go and see it. So that's why this episode is dedicated to Thornton Manor. So yeah, let's go and have a little chat with Devo up here, see him before we shoot off and go over to go and see Dave. Also in the middle of the floor, there's a set of gates which is like in between it, but there's a hardwood frame and hardwood door on the bottom, which is going to have a piece of glass inside it. Don't be getting it all out for you. Don't look at the softwood, that's just a set of gates that for the housing, but the hardwood frame and hardwood door is for a bar on Matthew Street, so Eric's bar. So you will have seen the people who've watched the Every Trade channel when we used to put Preferred into that as a segment. We went out to that and showed you the bar itself, and we've done the big tall windows and that, and I'm sure we did do the bar door on there as well. So maybe this is a replacement, might be damaged, I'm not too sure, or another one. But anyway, this is for Eric's bar on Matthew Street. So speaking about episodes and coming up in the next couple of weeks, I'm going to do another one where we go out to Matthew Street and show you, because over the years Preferred has done a number of bars, if not nearly all the bars on Matthew Street, like bar fronts, doors, windows, the bifold ones that we normally do, our little showpiece that we always do for everyone now, Sergeant Pepper's, all of them, we Preferred on all of them. So it'd be good to get out there when the weather's a good day, get out there and we'll show you that again properly, because the last time we showed you that it was on the Every Trade channel, not Preferred's own version of it. So we'll get out there and do it, but as I say, maybe we'll tie it in with this going back out to be fitted. Need to find out exactly what's happening, but as I say, that little one there is just sitting on the floor ready to roll. And you'll notice a lot of the time in a factory, there'll always be like bigger orders getting done, like the sash window orders, this nice order Danny's doing now with the casements, but there'll be always the little one-offs pushing through, which we just ease in and work in with the lads. And I say it's good for cash flow, good for turnover, and he just fits in the little gaps whilst people are waiting for glass to come, and there's other bits of works getting done on other bigger jobs. These just push through nice. So yeah, as I say, we'll get out and show you that on Matthew Street. Let's go and touch base with Mark. So I've said it a few times now, or have I? Can't even remember, but this week is an absolute so busy, like so busy for us as a group of companies. So getting into this time of year now, not just in Preferred, like Preferred's busy because everyone's ordering more stuff, it's just it's very seasonal. Same with anything to do with construction and all that. Our construction company, Every Trade, has just started a big job up in Newcastle, so a lot of the team have gone up there, as well as still trying to keep on all the jobs locally up in Stockport, Manchester ways. The Liverpool side, the construction side, still dealing with the client HMOs, which we know we're coming to the back end of them, so we're trying to keep them moving. Then we've got our own HMOs that we're doing, trying to get them finished because all the tenants are moving in today, which is now me recording this is the 1st of July. We're a week in hand when we film this, so this episode now will be going out like the 2nd week of July. So me filming this now, the one that's coming out this Saturday is not even out yet. We filmed that last week. So as I say, it's busy, and then we've got the grab and aggregate side, which is so busy because they're again seasonal. People are doing garden stuff like that, so that's busy. So Chris is trying to keep on all that over there. I'm trying to keep on this over here, and it's just busy, man. And then today, as I say, I'm filming for yous at home, and it's just hard making it work because my phones don't stop, and we've got all the Emperor Home side dealing with all the move out, move in. Lindsay and Ray are running ragged trying to get stuff. Lindsay's putting all extra hours in trying to get things done there as well, which is great. Christian's stressing out. You know Christian, if you've watched that, from he runs all my sort of property development side. He's stressing out, he's arguing with me, everyone's shouting at me. So just trying to keep everyone calm, keep the peace, and at the same time I'm trying to think of stuff to say on camera. But speaking of good news, Mark is now bedded in, who you met last week. Again, that episode's not even out yet. Mark's asking me when's it out so he can see it. So he hasn't even seen it, but he's bedding in well. A couple more training sessions booked in with our software so we can get more up to speed on that. And then we start implementing a couple of changes, so I'm looking forward to it. Making good progress so far. Outside, nice and clean. Next stage is now just to get all that painted, which we've spoken about. Signs are getting ready to be made, so I'm hoping they're going up anytime soon. Our stairs are nice and weathered now. Don't know how long they'll last, like a bit of softwood outside, but we'll see. But yeah, it's going well. And inside, as always, is busy. And I can't wait to get over to Thornton Manor soon. So yeah, now I'm in Carly's hot desk. So it's been good doing this little bit of an office restructure in here now. Adding Mark into the team, it's been good as well. It's been good for Carly to, obviously Carly's about to go off any day soon. She's having her 2nd baby, so wish her good luck in the comments. But it's been enable us to let Carly take a step back and deal with stuff that she needs to deal with, and then let Mark have full ownership of his role, which he's doing fairly good, by the way. And I'm looking forward, as I've said a few times, to seeing how far we can push it. But in here, it's good to see like the working mechanism. We've still got a little bit of, I didn't touch on it last time, but we moved the old desk over, didn't we? And because Mike has obviously been in the old office for years, and then we've now moved him into here with the team, we had to slowly transition him. We couldn't move him in too fast without some of his older stuff. Like he's got a stapler there that's been here since, how many years, Mark? 25 years, did we say?
Since day dot, I believe.
So we were having a little laugh over a stapler. So that's probably the oldest staple I've ever seen in my life. I think it's older than me. It works though, it does work because we've tested it, haven't we?
Yeah, just about.
We have tested it, and it makes a couple of mad noises. You've got to like, but it doesn't feel like it works, but it works, doesn't it?
It does work.
So I said, we need to buy some new staplers, and he's like, why? Nothing wrong with that. Sound. And that's just the old school way of thinking, that why replace something when it works. But as I say, we've slowly just transitioned. We've got some new desks getting ordered and coming, which is going to match in with the new black, and keep it all the same. But we had to just slowly transition, keep the old chair, the old little style drawers, shelf, and that has all been positioned. So it's like it's still a 50% old office, 50% new there, and then we're slowly bringing it through. But how we going, Mark? Good?
Yeah, absolutely.
Loving it.
Busy.
These days are still going quick, aren't they?
Yeah. It's catching up with the web requests. You know?
Oh yeah.
WhatsApp.
Working through the older ones.
Absolutely. Just try and get back to zero so that anything that comes in can be dealt with immediately. And that's what we want to try and offer people, isn't it? You know.
Yeah, quick.
Rather than be waiting. You know, in the past
a week
or so. Until we get round to it, it just needs to be instantaneous. That's what the world wants, isn't it? You know, click a button, get an answer. We can't quite provide that, you know, but we can certainly come close to it, and we can do what we can in here to get to that point. Yeah.
So Mark's been doing a little bit of market research as well by going into competitors, local and a little bit further afield, to try and get a few prices. We won't name names, and we won't name Mark's secret name.
I'm assuming
Mark's second identity. It's great, isn't it? But have we had a response from the one who was struggling to come back to us initially? You know which one I'm talking about, don't you?
Yeah.
Who said they were busy?
Yeah.
Did they come back?
I'll be honest, I haven't checked that.
So they haven't come back yet, no?
They may well do, you know.
Yeah.
I can have a check for you in the next moment or two.
Yeah, let me know. Because there was a company who's like one of our, I'd say, not, you know, we go up against them a few times locally. A little bit bigger than us, to be fair to them. Do a lot more further afield because they've obviously branched out. But we wanted to just get a couple of prices just, and it's not even to like try and be secretive about it, it's just so we know. And it was Mark who came up with the idea of doing it, so we know where we stand, so that we're offering the best price possible for what we do as a company, what we offer as a service, without either being too low or being too high. We don't want to be too high, do we? We want to be right, don't we?
We do.
So
we need to be a bit less self-aware, so we can go out there, know what everyone else is doing and for what, you know?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, our service is supreme.
Yeah.
And people are happy paying for it because they know it's good enough.
Yeah, yeah.
But we also want to be able to cater, you know, for people who don't have a particularly large budget, and see if we can tap into them as well and provide them with top quality at a reasonable price for themselves as well.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
And it's important to know who's out there providing that service already. You know, if we're a bit more local, you know, it's more convenient for people, then we can be utilised. You know.
Because it's a good point, that, to be fair, because most of the time when people come on to us and they'll send us a photo of a door, and the door can have a lot of detail in it, and depending on the size, if timber needs to be laminated together or whatever, can then add hours and hours onto that actual door. But if they made a couple of little slight changes and amendments to the style or the profile of the door, it would significantly reduce the price of it, because the labour, because the material really for a standard size door, it's the labour time in machining and manufacturing certain profiles to suit what the image is. And what Mark's saying here, which is right, if we could then work out exactly what it needs to be and then fine tune it for the customer's budget, and they could still have a decent hardware and door but have a slightly different profile or look to it for a big difference in price, which is what we want to try and achieve. But as I say, the little market research, what we've done, if you look at like the Tesco's, your Aldi's, all of them supermarkets, they're forever checking prices of their competitors secretively or openly. And you'll see when you go into Tesco now, Tesco will say on the bottom one, it'll say like the big broccoli's price the same as Aldi. And it's so clever, isn't it, how they do, because you think, well, I'm getting an Aldi price, but a Tesco's service branding, it's amazing. Mark kicking into it there. And that's why it's so important to do. And if someone's watching now and they've got a business to themselves, I'd recommend doing it. If you provide a product or a service, is just go out there and look at your local competitors, see what they're doing differently than you, and see if you can learn anything from them. So yeah, might try and do a little bit more office-based stuff with you, so you can try and learn from us, and we can learn with you, and so me and Mark, and then repeat certain things that we're doing ourselves, so we can relay. But while he's on the phone, let's go outside. Let's go beer now and see Devil, don't you?
Yeah, because he's an outgoing lad, that's why. You know, he's not, oh hi.
No.
I'll go past, morning Dev. Alright, now what's happening, lad?
Yeah, you do feel as though he's been here for ages, don't you?
Yeah, because because he's settled in. He's got the kind of personality that settles you in straight away.
Yeah,
if you keep yourself to yourself, you'll find the days are longer. But you know, he's a mixer, isn't he?
Yeah, because Mark will be watching this now at home, as he's been asking me.
He's promised to take me out, but he still hasn't.
he's been asking every time, when's it out? So this is his second version now. And to be fair, when we went through the process and I was speaking to a couple of people for the role, he was one that really did resonate with me when I was speaking to him a lot. And you feel welcome, don't you?
Well, that's it. Yeah, that's the key, isn't it? You know, if you're
and if he's our front of house, which Mark is, you know what I mean. When customers come to us, new ones now, they'll be dealing with Mark first. It's nice to get them to make us feel as a group, you know what I mean?
Well, that's right, yeah.
So,
and the fact that he's gorgeous helps, you know, because that's going to get more customers in, isn't it, you know?
George Clooney.
You know, if he was a hunchback and, you know, people are going, no, it's all right, mate, I'll go somewhere else, like, you know.
So yeah, in Devo's, but now Devo's just waiting on a little bit of timber to come in. So we started doing, the styles are whipped up, aren't they? Sashes are done.
Sashes are all done, yeah. Oh well.
I haven't seen that horn style for a while. Though.
Yeah, that's a splayed horn, yeah. That's
easy though, aren't they then?
Yeah, the easiest ones to cut, mate, you know, splayed, just a straight cut, and then I just sanded them before they went on.
Why is that chosen then like that? Just the custom,
because the existing ones
same.
next door, are splayed, so we had to go out and have a little look at them. They were supposed to be standard originally, Richard told me, then came back and said, you haven't cut them? I said, no. He said, we've got to go out and check. So when he went out and checked, looked at the windows next door, they were all splayed, so we...
Here's one for you, lad. Someone asked me on the last video in the comments, why did the lads use pen on timber?
Pen, yeah, I've seen that as well, yeah.
Why?
Because it's a much neater line. I can't put it any plainer than that. If you use a pen, I can see it clearly. My pen broke last night. I had to use a pencil, and it was shite. I could barely. I haven't got the greatest eyes in the world, but I could barely see it. I get my Bookies pen out, my Preferred pen, and I mark that. I can see it much clearer, and it's a thinner line as well. You know, it's a much thinner line than a pencil line.
Yeah, and it gets sanded off anyway, doesn't it?
Exactly. Yeah. So it doesn't matter, but yeah. So when I went in to put a bet on last night, I grabbed about 6 or 7. Pens falling out of my pocket as I walked up the Preferred, but...
Did the bet come in, no?
No, it didn't come in, no, mate. Didn't win anything. Didn't win a fucking carrot. But, these are ideal, these pens, they are.
Yeah, so that's the reason why then, isn't it?
That's it. That's to answer your question, yeah. They're much more clearer to see, and it's a thinner, neater line. A pencil, you know, you've got to keep sharpening it to get a thin line constantly. That you don't have to. So.
Then it runs out, get a new one.
Yeah, I know. Like I can understand where they're coming from. You know, the old school, the joiner's got the pencil behind the ears and the marking this and that. But for me personally, some of the lads still use. Craig uses pencils. He never uses pens. But I just do, like, you know. But my work's more intricate than his anyway. You know? No, honestly, from the respect of like knocking stuff out, like all he's doing is like, you know, he's cleaning it up every now and then. He'll have to make.
He's still got his Mohican money.
Yeah, it's just. He's not going to cop off with that, as I've told him. Like, you know, he's going to live alone and die alone if he keeps his hair like that. He's got to sort it out quickly. He looks disturbed, doesn't he? I mean, we're used to him. Like, you know what I mean? I've had 16, 17, probably 20 years.
20 years,
yeah.
Like your son.
He is, isn't he? He's like my son. But I said to him last week, actually, not once in 20 odd years has he ever said to me, "Did you have a nice weekend, Dev? Or what you get up to?" Nothing. Just every Monday morning like that. Craig, never can spark out of him. I said, you know, just once, mate, just ask me if I ask him and he goes, just sat in mind, didn't do anything. So I said, what kind of a life is that to lead? Not that I'm leading a Mardi Gras life, but geez, at least to get out the house life. He's fucking hell. He'll be 90 outside and he's sitting in his room on his PlayStation. Craig, I know you're probably watching this going, you cheeky, but it's true, you know it is. It's true.
Hey, loads of people watch it now, you know, getting stopped a few times. You been stopped yet?
No,
I reckon it's
I got stopped by the coppers the other night, but that was a different thing, like, you know. I was walking through town where I didn't realise my fly was open. I got pulled for that. All right, I was kidding about that. No one's pulled me yet, thank Christ. I don't think I could hack
it's going to come soon.
You know, I'm in a bar having a drink. Are you Devo? No, mate, I'm not.
Little photo with you?
Yeah. What?
Are you a pint?
Yeah, well...
Yeah, if anyone's watching and you see him out, go to him and buy him a drink.
No, leave me alone. I'll lead a quiet life, you know. Yeah. But if you're going to buy me a drink, yeah, by all means approach me and, you know.
What drink is it?
Pint of Madri would be nice, mate, you know. Or Erdinger, I'm into me Erdinger at the moment as well. That's really nice stuff as well, yeah.
Nice, innit?
I was supposed to be on the wagon, actually, you know. Me and Lindsay said we'll jib the ale for a little bit. It didn't last long, mate, you know. No. We went to Ayers that night and said, make sure you get plenty of bottled water, and next thing, come on, let's go to Eagle and Child. So we walked down the pub. We lasted an hour, and I went, come on, let's go and have a drink. I'll make myself do be a bad alfie, but you know, when you've had a long day in here, mate, water's just not going to cut it, you know. It's not
strong enough, is it?
Yeah, it just needs to be. I know you're on the caffeine at the moment, like, but...
Yeah, I had a couple of shandies on the weekend, like, that was alright.
You've got to have it, rude not to, innit, on the weekend.
Still driving, so...
Yeah, well, that's it, innit?
Nothing too heavy. Yeah. So in here then, we're ready to go once the timber comes, aren't we?
So we're just basically waiting on the timber. Yeah, this timber here, this rough sawn here, this will be the pulley style. Will eventually look like that. Only a little bit bigger. That's a single glazed pulley style.
Oh, so we're machining it?
I've got as far as planing it, and then got these sashes out and said these are more important. Okay. And obviously I can only go so far with these. And they've got to get more pulley out, so it makes sense to machine everything together at the same time. So
So that's what it looks like prior.
Yeah,
to being like
but
that.
that's a smaller version of it. It should be, it's double, this is single glazed pulley, it should be double glazed, but you get the picture. That's basically what it's supposed to look like. So obviously, when it's done, you put your lining on there, it's your inside lining, like so, and yeah. By the miracle of thing, you've got an offcut here, and that will be your outside lining, like so. And that's how it basically fits. But like I say, the one this is going to look like that, only it's going to be wider. It's a 170 box, so it's going to be a little bit bigger than that. But like I say, waiting on the timber. It's always the case, you end up having to wait for it. You come to a flying stop, so put them on ice now till tomorrow, and then just focus on these sashes for the day, get them all done.
Beautiful.
Get the glass sizes for it, which is always critical. The quicker you get the glass sizes, the quicker we can order them, because
Exactly.
they always take about a week or so.
Always the bottleneck, innit?
Yeah, always the glass sizes, always.
Easy, good week ahead then.
Yeah.
Going to Thornton Manor now anyway.
What's that?
Going to Thornton Manor now.
Oh, are you? Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'd like to see what they look like. They're all being fitted up, do you?
Well, I think so. He's fitted them now, hasn't he? Going to head over there.
Yeah,
now.
it's going to look good. I look forward to seeing how that looks.
So
nice
Niall's going to do his little bit of his own trick and all that. We'll have a little laugh, you know what I mean?
He's a legend, and he with all that stuff. And he should be working for Warner Brothers, shouldn't he?
We're going to get took up by Netflix, I'm telling you.
He will.
Amazon Prime. Right then, let's get over to Thornton Manor. Ready for the big reveal. Yeah, so just look at that. Imagine living here years ago. Imagine this being your gaff. You know what I mean? Little swimming pool there. And that sauna steam. Little gym. I think they had the gym back then, did you? Just getting bathed and that. Washed. Amazing, innit? Them black windows there. Seen them? So you even knew about this before we even come, didn't you? Was it? Have you got shots of this? Haven't you, drone shots?
I've got the drone shots, yeah. On the wedding day.
How do you reckon we get them when it's finished then? Oh, look at them. So yeah, found Dave now. And Niall actually knew himself, because he's been here filming a little wedding a few times, but he knew himself before this got started where it was. And you can see how good they are. There's John and Dave now. But them openings there, you can see how good they are. Amazing. Look like it's been there forever, them. And think how long ago this building was built. And now we're fitting doors in that look like they've been there since the beginning. How are you getting on? Boss them, lad. Nearly box now. Plain. Was it?
It's just tedious.
Well, you've had to describe it all. As soon as I come up then Dave just shook his head at me. He was like, nearly done. And he's like, it's been so tedious getting it right, because basically these were built, but there was nothing for them to fix to. So then he's had to form everything from scratch into these openings, because that was just one big opening all the way through there, wasn't it?
Right through, yeah.
So that column you see there, you know, you can see my hand passing behind it. Dave's had to then form a frame to be able to fix the doors, even for the top of it as well, haven't you?
Yeah,
There's
so
just one big arch.
the top's got an L bracket, which have resined into the sandstone,
okay.
and then that's what's holding the tops in place then. Then these shelves go through and the arches sit on top.
So then you fitted the doors, then?
Yeah, so I fitted the doors, fitted the shelf,
Yeah.
and then fitted the top window arch on top of that then.
Yeah. So you had to scribe all the timber there, haven't you?
And twice on the inside,
Have you?
because I needed to leave the joggles on.
Yeah, yeah.
So I've had to fix them through the joggle and then done another scribe on the other side. Well, you'll see in a minute.
Yeah, so because of all the sandstone, the way it's shaped, obviously, you know, how old's this building, you can see where he scribed every piece of timber there to fit it in. But mate, you've done a good job. You must be happy with that.
Every job, every piece of wood you go, another scribe.
Yeah, Dave's just used to getting on the job, smashing them in and he's off.
That's to say, yeah, I thought I was going to be a day and a half until it turned up.
Yeah, he's still here now. But yeah, it's looks good, mate.
Yeah.
Really good. So then inside the same then?
Yeah, so I've not finished that off, so you can see there's another scribed wood there.
Yeah. So you've scribed that in there.
And then once it gets scribed,
yeah, so you can see there. That's right, innit? So then how have you come to that there? Then you've got to take your piece out, haven't you?
so I've got a finder. So the original one just went on a finder, on the temporary pieces of wood.
Oh yeah.
So that's the bottom, that's the top. I literally just put that on and then I measure between 2 points and it gives me my length then. Because all the shapes are the same, it's just the lengths were different.
Yeah.
So that'll just move to whatever my length would be then.
Yeah, so you're not messing the proper piece up then, are you? Yeah, which makes sense. But you can see how tight that fits in there. So you can see there now, look, that's what it's getting scribed round. The sills there, coming up and round.
It then gets, I've finished that one, it then gets the arc square, it's just a square arc.
So that's just going to stay like that then, yeah?
Yeah, so that's the finished.
That's fully done.
Apart from I need to cut some beads for the bottom. That just needs all sanding in now, and then stick it up.
Nice though, mate. Really good. Just be happy with them.
Yeah, that's well.
It's good when you do decent work though, isn't it? To be honest. Beats doing a little door, mate. But lovely them, mate. Really good job. So that's always it. You've just got to put a piece across the top there then as well, haven't you?
Yeah, so that'll be the same as that. I've got to go back. I've actually got to take that back and machine it. I've got a couple of pieces left and a couple of pieces short of the 3B one. So that's just gonna, I'll go back now, machine that in the shop, then too.
And then boxed, painted up.
Yeah, so Thursday. Should have everything done tomorrow and then it's just silicone it all and staying in a up.
Nice then, mate. Really good. Did they fit all right in the arch, yeah? Are they perfect arches then?
Two of them were a little bit tighter, I had to play around with, but all the rest were fine.
Yeah. Nice and snug
but
then.
It's only because some of the standstone had moved them bits were like slightly different, so
what you do there, whether you just silicone that up then?
Yeah, I just clean that foam off and just silicone that.
And then done.
Yeah.
Good done, mate. Good job. Really good job. You'll be glad to be done then, won't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, what he's done there, Dave, is amazing really. Like, obviously it's easy for us to build the windows, but then to come to site takes another level of experience, then what to do to how to fit it, make it work, and then how to then make it look still in keeping with the property itself. So when you see them arches there going in, how snug they fit, and then that finished set there, where it's all been boxed in nice and the scribing again around all the sandstone sills. It's tough that, mate. But was you on your jigsaw then? Was you jigging it?
Yeah. And the thing is, basically every one has been slightly different.
So
the sandstone has been slightly different in between each one, so it's not like I can just copy them.
Yeah.
Basically every scribe's been...
Better your jig hasn't been out so much, has it? Finding the jig blades and that. But yeah, he's done a really good job there. Really good. So it'll be good. As I say, this is not fully finished yet, but we'll try and get some fully finished images and shots of this once it's done and show you on the channel when it's done and boxed. But this, obviously, the room, it's going to be some sort of like breakfast room, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, like a function for the weddings, I think, yeah.
So then, and you can imagine a nice sunny day with the sun coming in here. Niall's probably going to be doing Wednesday in the future, because he was only here the other week. Yeah. This, you know, this has now created the space for people to make memories for themselves, so. Look at them. Lovely them. Just need a little bit of cleaning up there, which Dave will be to sort, but they're amazing. So also what we're waiting for now is the customer supplied the handles you see, and the 7 that are missing. So this door's the only one with the double ones on at the moment. You'll see on the other one that's been routed out ready to house them. But we're opening them there and walking out into that, amazing, you know, really good. To be boss to be your own house, this, the features that are in it. But as I say, the putty there, so it's single glazed glass, putty pointed in the brown, which again you're seeing getting done in the factory. And then this has got to get one more coat of stain done, Osmo Oil, so we can do all the linings with it, and then just go one back over again and hit the putty with it. But when you look through the skill there used, again, that's Richard doing all of that, and Dave between the two of them. All that work that's done in the factory saves so much time on site and it makes it precise. Like them doors are timbered there and you think it'd been done by a machine. It hasn't been done by hand in the factory. And as I say, look at the building, look at them. And if that's not one way out to show off your company and what you can offer, and how traditional methods are still used today for traditional style buildings, then I don't know what else you can say. but I'm looking forward. It's probably worth a little trip back. I think once the customer has done all the work themselves inside and got that ready and the full of these are all finished, it's probably worth a little trip back for me and Niall in the future, maybe a couple of months time when we've got a bit more better weather, and fully show this off. I'm sure the customer will let us do it as well because it's advertising for his business. But yeah, look at them, amazing. Them arches, man, look like they've been there forever. How tight they fit. So I'm measuring here, so I say Mike come out and surveyed this, and you know, you've got to give credit to everyone who's been involved in this project. Even the measuring of the archway there to get that accurate the way it is, you know, just fits in nice. And then all the way down to the lads making it in the factory, getting it all finished off, and then now down to Dave to do the final little bit, and all the little bits of scribing that he's done is perfect. And as I say, once this is fully done, it's gonna look amazing. Look at that for the backdrop there. Not many times we've filmed here and we've got that behind. Normally we're in the factory with the all paint stained walls behind me shutting off or sitting in the car, but this time round, even though the sun is not out, it's nice to sit here. And we've got that there behind, amazing. As I say, I've probably mentioned a few times as well now, but like, it probably doesn't feel that way on the camera watching, but the building itself is amazing. I imagine owning this, and the guy or the customer we were working for who owns it, he's owned it for a while now, and to have this in your possession, it's a proper gem. Like the history, I've just been looking on a little bit of ChatGPT then, a bit of history behind it, and when it was built and it was built for. It was built in the 1840s, and then it's been passed through families then, and you know, like just the sheer size of the grounds and the way it's still been intact the way it is. Yeah, it had a little fire, I'll say little fire, big fire a few years ago, which has obviously destroyed a couple of parts which the owner is working on getting back up to scratch, but that's not for the faint-hearted. That's a big job, big renovation job that, and a lot of money. But what he is doing and the services that he's offering for people to get married here and stuff and have functions, it's amazing. Like the grounds, when you come in, you just feel like, whoa, this is good. And he's got a few little other things as well, a few little classic cars. We haven't filmed today, but we had a little look. And once this job's fully done, I'm going to reach out to him and ask if we can maybe come back once it's all done on the courtyard, just over to me right there where we've put the doors, and come back and do another little episode of showing it fully operational for them as a business, give them a little bit of advertisement, but also show off our doors, and then maybe see if we can get on a little tour. And if you would like me to do that, mention in the comments and say, yeah, you'd be up for seeing a bit more of this building, because if there's a bit of demand there, I'm sure the owner would be up for it as well, because it'll also promote his side of the business. But yeah, like, just looking at the features over there, like even the little sun clock on the wall up below, and that little section there, that courtyard where we've done them doors, where all the trees are in the background there, like that's like picturesque, that. Amazing. And I can't wait to see people's photos when they get published online, and Niall will probably do a couple of weddings in the future, and to see, you know, people will have that in their possession as an image forever, with it being their wedding day, and we as a company have made them and fitted them, and you've seen it from the very beginning, start to finish, through the factory, getting made to now being installed. And we've made, in my opinion, we've made it look very easy, and it's not an easy task. And the price as well that they've been done for, I think they could be they're worth well more than what they are. Not that we're complaining, but like, that is a product there that is perfect the way it's been done, from fresh, built by hands, no machines, and installed. So like the actual traditional methods of building it, going on a traditional building, is amazing. And then you can see them windows. Funny, we were having a laugh before, me and Niall. Them windows are actually fake, they're not real windows. They've done that just to hide the actual building itself, where it's had a little bit of damage, but it's got no roof there. But as I say, it's a big restoration project that for the owner. And I think, you know, now all the animals there in the field, I think now, after saying what we've said and coming to see it all, probably a nice little way to end the episode. But if you've liked what you've seen, please feed back to us in the comments, because myself and all the guys in the factory watch and read the comments. So feedback into us. If there's any questions you want me to ask them, like I did today about the pen with Devo, ask me in the comments, or ask them directly in the comments, and we'll address it for you. And start getting a bit more interaction going. So if there's anything you want to know, anything you want to learn, or any just general questions about things, fire them in the comments, ask me or ask the lads. And next time we film, we'll start bringing them out and getting them on. But have a nice weekend. Thank you for watching, and look at that for an episode.